In this video, we're going to go over the settings that an admin user can apply to a user account. So we're going to go to the users section, and then we will find a sales user, and I'll click on user level settings to expand this section. And you can see here, similar to the organizational settings, we have a whole series of toggles. So I'll just talk these through. The first one is whether or not you want to allow your users to modify pricing. If you have this turned off, that means that the contract pricing, and if there's no contract price, the list price will be uneditable. That means if there's an issue with the price, the user won't be able to change it. They'll need to contact an admin user like yourself to do so. The next is if you want to require your users to upload an image of the patient sticker. This is a pretty useful tool because then you get the image of the actual barcode label that can be stored in the case and stored for quality purposes. The next one is you can require your users to upload an image of the patient sticker. This is useful for tracking patient information. A reminder, we are built on HIPAA compliant infrastructure, so it's okay to do this. However, you want to make sure your users are abiding by your business policies and quality policies and doing everything you can to protect patient information. And the next one, similarly, you can require your users to upload an image of the device label to the case before they submit it for billing. This can be really useful because then you have stored images of the actual barcode labels that were used in the case, and those can be scanned and referred to at a later date. The next one is whether or not you want to allow this user to create and modify bills of materials for themselves. Bills of materials might be something that you only want your admins doing. So controlling, templates for a container, what goes into a container in a standard setting, or even, what goes into a custom container. So you can decide whether you want this user to do that or not. The next one, you can decide whether you want your user to be allowed to add directory records. So physicians, facilities, and procedures. Sometimes it's useful because, they have a new facility and a new physician to add and they want to do it on the fly, or maybe they are already doing a case and have to do it. But this is really critical business information. The information that's entered for the facility and the physician and procedures for that matter go on the case data and the sales order and the resulting invoice. They get stored in health records and all sorts of things. So you want to make sure, for all of those reasons, that this information is being controlled very closely. So if you don't want this user to be able to do that, then turn that switch off. And then lastly, do you want this user to be able to view existing contract prices? They still won't be able to modify them, but this would allow a user to go into the directory, select a facility, and see the contract pricing loaded for that facility. So that completes our review of the user level settings that you can set as an admin. Tune back in for more information on using ConnectSx.